Hello, hello. Oh, look at this, Diana. I have big brushes.
Oh, they know?
They do, yeah. I've had them a couple of weeks now. They're not. They do lose the hair, and that's a little. I get really.
I was painting this week, and the paintbrush was constantly shedding.
Yeah, they're like.
I'm like, I have to get rid of these brushes. So I put up with it. Now you're able to brush it off after it's dry and everything, to brush it off, brush the hairs off. But I'm like, these brushes have to go.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. These ones aren't very good, but they were only £3 at the UK money, so you kind of pay for what you get. But I mean, they do the job. So, but they're quite soft. They're camel hair, apparently. It's super soft.
Oh, so we have a first person in the chat, and yes, I just want to say, it's our guest artist, a regularly scheduled guest artist, Gracie Shack, every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live watercolor painting. And let's see who's in the chat. Welcome.
Welcome.
Oh, welcome to Painting Stoof.
Hello, the Painting Stoof. I do like that name. That is a fun name. Oh, the Painting Stoof.
Well, I found out how she got that name. Her father gave her that nickname. Her name is Stephanie, but her father gave the nickname Stoof.
Ah. And I am drinking today in my Pickerick mug. I just thought I'd drop that into conversation.
Yeah, for those that know the Pickerick channel, he has merch.
Yeah, and isn't that cool? That's his doggy there, Elvis. Elvis is such a cute dog. I like that. Yeah. I like your logo. Do you have a logo? I'm just trying to think who has a logo.
My logo, yes. Well, my logo is kind of like my face. It's like, if you look at my channel, the yellow background with my face, so I just call that my logo.
Yeah, and it's on his Teespring website. There's coffee mugs, T-shirts. There's even socks there. Socks. How cool is that?
Right. I know somebody else that sells socks.
There you are. There's a mug. There we are. Oh, it's such a cute dog. He's so cute. Hello, Elvis.
You painted him before.
I did, yeah.
On a live stream about several months ago, maybe this past summer.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind painting Elvis again sometime. He's such a beautiful dog. He's a soft.
Okay, where's the live stream? Are we on? Okay, let's hold on. Well, we have somebody in the chat, so let me bring up the live stream. Okay, no, I should go to my homepage, not videos, homepage.
And we have big brushes.
Okay, let's refresh.
Uh-oh. And you know how I get nervous for these, Diana? I still get nervous after all this time. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, really.
No, I was nervous the whole time I ever did live painting live streams. Oh, how are you? Painting Stoof? I'm still trying to figure out a technical issue right here. I can't bring up my live stream. Hold on. So
it's fine.
I'd only have a logo. Wait, I do only have a logo, and a lot of features. Oh, a lot of I can't read this. What is this? A lot of use their structure. I can't read that. I have to bring up the chat to read this, and I'm having a technical issue. Sorry. I guess I can't read the chat properly. I'm sorry, Stephanie. I can't read the chat properly till I figure out this technical issue on my iPad for bringing up my live stream.
Should I do another advert for the coffee mug whilst you're waiting?
No. No.
What do I talk about now for 5 whole minutes?
You can just get started.
Shall I?
Yeah, just get started. I mean,
do
you want to wait for more people to come in the chat, or did you want to just get started?
I don't mind. I'm kind of I'll do whatever's fine with you. I mean,
okay, let's just get started.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I am getting quicker at painting. So today we're going to do a few little cool techniques. And Mr. Ian Jackson, if you're watching this, Gracie's got a big brush. Yeah, I'm going to be big brush brave today. So we'll see how that one goes. Some of the techniques is going to be a kitchen sponge, just an ordinary kitchen sponge that you find in the supermarkets. But of course, with the virus, that coronavirus, we're not going to be going shopping. So, but if you've got one of these, they're really handy to paint with. And today,
the sea sponge is nice.
Oh yeah, I would buy one, but it's kind of difficult to get them now with the coronavirus. So, but when everything's back to normal, whenever that is, I'll definitely get a proper. You can buy a whole pack of Artist C sponges, and they're probably much better. But for this, you know, for what we're doing here, I'm sure that will suffice. It's just going to help get the foliage in, because I found it really tricky just painting it in. But if you use a sponge and you dip it into your paint, it really makes some almost abstract stuff going on there. You know, with the yeah, it's kind of abstract. The scraping in the mountain detail, and then the white gouache on the top. Everything's in watercolor, but I always use white gouache for things like snow or anything that needs to be more opaque. And then I will be sprinkling in some table salt. This is just regular table salt, but you have to do it when it's wet, when your paper and your paint that you've laid down is wet. You don't need a lot of salt, you just need a few grains of salt, and then you just kind of sprinkle it over the area. So do you want me to carry on?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you will need is my ever trusty, I've had this quite a while now, one of the best things I ever bought, and it's really cheap, inexpensive, and it's just a water bucket with equal compartments, so you can have dirty water and clean water, and that's really important, even if you're a beginner. That's
a good one. I'd like to get that.
And you can keep your little paint brushes in, which is kind of cool. There you go. You can put your little paint brushes in there, which is kind of helpful. And when you clean your brushes, you can actually go between there's like these little columns, and you can kind of get your paint off that way by scraping your brush against them. If you're using artist grade paint, meaning things like Holbein, White Knights, I would not wash those in the sink because they can be cancer toxic. You know, I mean, you would have to eat a lot to get it probably, but I wouldn't rinse those down the sink. I don't know how I get rid of artist grade water. I'll have to ask somebody how you get rid of it, but I will be putting it in the sink necessarily. But these, I believe, are non-toxic paints, so it's okay. I can look into that at a later date. There we go.
I didn't know you shouldn't be pouring it down the sink.
I don't know. I'm kind of paranoid about the whole cancer thing. Do you know? I'm just kind of, I don't know. You're probably all right, actually. I think you're probably okay. That's probably just me worrying. So let me see.
Or maybe if it was a utility sink and not your kitchen or bathroom sink.
Yeah, you'll be fine with that one. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll be. It's more painting than drawing. This one again. I will be putting in the mountains, which are like basically half triangles in different shapes, and then that one is just kind of a curved, and it's coming off the paper. But the paint's quite vibrant, isn't it, Diana? It's quite nice colours. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But that's what I came up with anyway. And then I scraped in some trees, just to give it a bit of area of interest, as where a lot of this is kind of foliage going on there. And the reference photo, if you want the reference photo, just let me know. And I can post it to you in a message. Actually, I want to thank Pickerick for that, because he sent me the picture, and it's Rocky Mountains in the French Alps, I think it said. So thank you for the picture.
The French, I don't think they have Rocky Mountains in the French Alps. Stephanie, Painting Stoof, she's an expert on national parks. So maybe she might know. Stephanie, do they have Rocky Mountains in the French Alps? I think they're just called the Alps. Rocky Mountains in the United States, right? Do you know for sure about that, Stephanie?
Yeah, I didn't know whether it was like what you just said. I was like, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, Stephanie might know. Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Kevin. Nice to see you. There we go. I'm just putting in the lines of the mountains. Everything's going to be painted in pretty much. So, and the paper I'm working on today. Have a guess what paper I'm working on?
Oh, Ian's here. Hi, Ian.
Ian, hello, Mr. Jackson. I'm using this one today. It's my very last sheet of this paper. Oh no, the last sheet. Yeah, and I'm not going to bother taping it down because it's a block. So I'm just not going to bother. But you can, if you wanna, if you're at home and you're painting, you can tape it down. No problem. Now then, Gracie.
You said it's a block?
It's a block, yeah.
Oh yeah, so a block you don't need to tape down, or you don't have to.
Really. No, not really. You don't have to. Can you see everything? Just
yeah. Oh, Kevin says, I like your mountains, Gracie.
Oh, thank you, Kevin. There we are. That's the actual painting there.
Oh no, he's making a joke. He goes, I like your mountains, Gracie, but I guess you hear that from all the guys.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Oh my goodness gracious. I had a laugh at Iron Dogs this morning. That I really do have a laugh on there. He always makes me laugh. Kevin's really funny. He's got a good sense of humour.
Oh yeah. Can I put in when I share this? Can I say Gracie painting live watercolor? Gracie painting in her pajamas.
Yeah, why not? Might as well tell the whole world, Diana.
Maybe it might spark interest. It might just spark interest.
You never know. Hey,
I'm coming over here.
Yeah, I might be starting in a trend. You never know. I'm sure I'm not the only live streamer in the entire world that has done a live stream in her jammies.
No, you're not. I'm sure.
I'm sure there's been tons of people doing that. And please feel free to type in the chat and say, yes, Gracie, you're right. I do wear my jammies when I do live streams. That would be a nice comment like that now.
Well, I wear kind of sports clothing, like stretchy pants that serve as my pajamas and my daytime clothes.
Well, there you go. You do whatever's comfortable, really. I mean,
yeah, nobody's around here anyway except my husband.
Well, there you are. I'm just going to swap to my brush because I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the big brush there, Mr. Jackson. I did use it though. I did put a bit of colour down on there. And I'm going to go for cerulean blue. And what is it that Ian Jackson says about cerulean blue? I am in a cerulean blue kind of mood. Yeah.
Well, I'm in the middle of sharing this out.
Oh, don't worry. I'm just
rocking.
I do like these blocks. They are the Arches paper blocks for me are 100% better than say the paper pads. I don't like their paper pads that much, but I quite like their blocks. Which is the other brand I like? I like oh, crying out loud! What's that?
Oh, we have somebody waiting. Oh, sorry, Paul. Paul is waiting.
Hello.
Paul has never been on my panel before.
Oh, first timer.
Hey, Paul.
Hello.
Okay, we're gonna put Gracie back on the big screen.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want to see my ugly mug.
Hello.
Hello, Gracie.
How are you?
We are doing fine over here.
Oh, good. That's good to know.
that's something to be grateful for if you're doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't take any chances. I'm still skeptical about the whole thing about them thinking that we're going to have at least 100,000 deaths. I don't see the math yet, but I've been following it. But hopefully, it's not even close to that.
Yeah,
Right.
that's hope.
And that's with them taking measures with the measures that they're taking. Because if they didn't take the measures, they're saying, "Oh, it would be 1 or 2 million people that would die if we didn't take the measures that we're taking."
Yeah, I don't know about that yet. I mean, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, but interestingly, I've been doing some research. Just the regular flu, the average for United States almost every year is between 30,000 and 36,000 deaths.
All
Just-
right. Well, if they're projecting 100 to 200,000, that is more than the flu then.
Yes, exactly. But they just started saying those numbers recently.
Okay.
So we'll just have to keep an eye to see, if it's that bad, because for years people were dying, 36,000 people, and they weren't shutting down the country.
Right.
So I understand lives are important, even if it's just one. But, as a society, unfortunately, we need to draw the line somewhere, because shutting down the world affects people also, and there's deaths related to that.
Economically, it's a mess. It's a disaster.
Yeah, I'm not too excited about what's going on. I'm worried about the housing market now, because in a couple years, I'm going to put my house on the market, and then Lisa and I are going to Oregon. We're getting out of Illinois.
Yeah.
But if the market goes back down and crashes, I don't know if I'll put it on the market, because I'm not gonna, get peanuts for it. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you. Yeah. So I'm just going to go in with my. This is a really cool, fun painting technique. I learnt this from the Frugal Crafter, Lindsay Wyrick. For the mountain, if you look at the mountains, they've got that texture about them. So I put the paint on here, and then I just scrape in the details. You could do it. You could do it another way. You could use the end of your paintbrush if you didn't want to use the. This is just an old credit card that I've cut up, and you get some really cool effects with it. So I'm just going to start. So you have to wet the piece of credit card first, and then you go in with your grey colour, which I've just mixed up, which is just black and grey. And then I'm just going to load it on. It is a bit fiddly, this. It will take you a few goes to get it right. But it is super useful technique.
Did you draw ahead of time? I can't say it.
No, well, not really. It's not really a drawing piece, this, to be honest. It's more of a painting thing. So.
Yeah, I know. I mean, did you draw the drawing before the painting?
Yeah. So what I'm going to do first, now that I've got that loaded up with paint, I'm going to go dry brush. And you really want to, when you say dry brush is literally what it says. You load up your colour onto your paintbrush, that's grey there, and that little well there. And then you dab it a couple of times on your tissue, just to get the excess off. And then you just use these scraping lines. It's kind of verging on the point of being abstract, some of this stuff on this painting. And then when it starts to get really, really dry, the brush, that's when you want to make those markings that the mountains have. You're just kind of doing that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when Bob Ross used to say, when you're doing these markings on your paper, you can say things like, I don't know, swoosh, 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 to get
water, swoosh.
Yeah. And then you get a much more kind of almost, well, I wouldn't say natural look, but it would look more, more realistic perhaps.
So what sounds would you use for painting the rocks of the mountain?
I don't know. I have no idea. Let me see. Let me think of it. I'll get into Bob Ross. I'll get into Bob Ross's mind. What would Bob say? Anybody in chat now? What would Bob say about these lines?
Just happy little lines, a happy little. That's a good thing I can think of.
Okay. And if you get too much paint on there, don't worry about it. You can just blot it off with your tissue, and then you go in with your rinse your brush off really well, and then you just smooth it over, and then you don't get those thick lines, because you don't really want thick lines on this. It's sort of I don't know, would you say it was like medium lines? I don't know.
Yeah.
More medium than, say, I really quite enjoy painting mountains lately. It's fun.
And you have not tried snow-capped mountains?
I painted about one mountain, but I was really happy with it, so I wanted to paint more. So, and it's fun. It's fun to paint mountains because you got all that cool texture going on.
Yeah, that texture can be quite a challenge. It
is. Yeah, I said to myself, Gracie, you've not chosen an easy thing here. But I mean, unless I'd asked Pickerick for some inspiration, I would never have thought about painting New York City, Rocky Mountain. I would never have thought of any of those things. I'd still just be painting flowers, quite possibly. But I kind of got a bit bored with the whole botanical thing. That's why I started painting more animals. And I've started.
Does Paul do any artwork, or you're just an art lover?
I'm just an art lover. I mean, Lisa is a phenomenal artist.
Oh.
She really wants to do a time lapse, so we got a laptop recently, and we're gonna try to do something that way.
Now, I just learned today that I was doing a thing on audience retention, and I was talking about audience retention and showing this tool on my Grow live stream about this tool that you can use for audience retention, and then, well, anyway, somebody in the stream that has 90,000 subscribers, he has an art painting beginner acrylic painting channel, and he said, after looking at the first few minutes of that my intro, the first 30 seconds are the most important. He said, time lapse. He says people want to see real time over time lapse. Maybe you can combine them. You can do a little bit of both, but he says people want to really see real time over the time lapse.
Really?
That was his suggestion.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. With Lisa, though, she's kind of shy, so I encourage the heck out of her. She's got she's got stuff all over the house, but there's a bedroom in my house that is just designated for her, and she's got tons of stuff. But she spends a lot of time in the living room because she's got I got her a nice little cart. Made out of wood shelving and all that with casters, so she's got all her goodies in there, and she does stuff in the sofa, sitting on the,
just because it's comfortable,
that kind of thing. Yeah,
when I can get away with it, I actually do a lot of art, well, mainly in my art journal. It's only in my art journals that I will create art on the couch, but then if I'm going to work on 12 by 16 inch paper and make more finished painting, I will work at a table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like creating. I like sitting on the couch creating in my art journal.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a little space. You don't have to have a big space. You can, you have a little.
Yeah, you can limit your size. It depends. I'm limited in the tables. In the art space that I have that's designated, I mean, it's not totally designated. It's a multi-purpose room, but the one table that I have designated for painting on. The biggest I can paint is 16 by 20 inches.
Oh wow!
I did paint a 36-inch round canvas recently, and I had to sit on the floor painting, leaning it up against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have real art space, but that changed when I moved to this house because I got married and moved to this house.
Mm-hmm.
When I was single, I had really good art studio spaces, more than one.
Oh wow!
There's no space for it here.
No, well, this is it. I mean, my art room's not very big at all. I mean, it's actually quite a really small room, but I've actually probably got more art supplies than I have room.
Right, that's my problem. I need to do better on storage,
Yeah.
like creative storage that where the things aren't in your way.
Yeah, this is
I
the
have
thing.
to throw out more things, which I almost think like I don't know how many more books I can throw out. I've actually narrowed it down to the books I really want because I need room. I could use room on my shelves for putting baskets of art supplies.
Yeah, it is. It can be tricky.
Hi, Carrie Bridges. Hello, One Mighty R. Hi, Angela Critters.
Hello, Carrie.
Oh, we're having a nice crowd in here today.
Oh, hello.
Welcome.
Yep.
Yes, on panel. Yes, behind the scenes, there's me and Paul. Paul Korosecki. Is that how you say your last name?
Yeah.
And he's an art lover.
Cool.
Oh, hi, Carolyn.
Hello, Carolyn.
Hello,
Carolyn to be free.
Well, music is an art, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music, dance, theater. That's the performing art.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I play the Native American flute.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
My cousin-in-law plays that.
Can you see those scrapey textures there with the handy dandy little scraping?
Yes.
Gives it a really nice kind of, mountainy look. Everything I use is watercolor, but for the highlights, like all with the snow, I use white gouache because it's more opaque than the regular Chinese white. And what's the other white? Titanium white. I think that's right.
Titanium white. Oh, Paul, are you able to read the chat right now?
No.
Okay, then I have to read it to you. So Carolyn to be free says, hello, Paul. Do you know Carolyn to be free?
I've seen her in the chat. Hello, Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn.
Oh, well, Kevin says, I don't know if this is a real thing, but Kevin says he plays the Native American kazoo. Oh, you can. Yeah, Kevin's here to make people laugh. That's his mission.
That's your
awesome.
art. Yeah.
We all could use a laugh.
Yeah, that's right. So Kevin, stick around so you can keep making us laugh.
Yeah, please. We need the laugh, absolutely. Yeah.
Now, Gracie, I have a question, Gracie.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you close to Ian at all in England, or are you in a different part of the country?
Good question. I think he's quite far away from me, I think.
Yeah, your accent is not quite, it's a little different.
It is, yeah, it is a lot different. I think Ian's from Barnsley, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in South Yorkshire, I think.
Yeah. I think it's quite a distance from where I am, but I've got family up that way, so I do know the area pretty well because I've got quite a few relatives from up that way. So
you're closer to London or Manchester?
Let me think. It's probably I'd say Manchester, I think. Yeah, I think that would be nearer.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
in the middle.
That
Kind
that
of like
explains
That's
that
a good
ex-
question.
Whoop.
that explains your accent.
Ah, well, there you go.
Well,
Oh,
see, I'm from West Yorkshire.
oh my goodness.
Oh,
And you have
wow.
no accent?
Yeah, the Yorkshire accent is completely different. It's kind of like the United States versus North and South. The South of the United States has a little bit of a twang to it.
Yeah.
So England, it's the opposite. In the South, they're very posh and proper, and in the way they pronounce their vowels and everything. And then when you start going further north, especially into Yorkshire, man, it's like a whole nother language.
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
Sure. You mean in England? I thought everybody in England spoke like Ian and Gracie.
No,
Well, if you listen closely, Gracie's accent and Ian's accent are different.
I can't notice.
yeah.
You know, just like Diane, just like in Texas is in the South, but if you go into Louisiana, it's a completely different. Even though they're both in the South, the accent is
Yeah.
different.
It's
Right.
completely different. Yeah.
Oh, Angela Critters is saying something funny. She says, I'm 6 feet away from my TV.
6 feet away.
No.
She's practicing social distancing with her TV.
Oh, that's funny.
You know what's funny is Lisa and I we were doing some shopping, and then we stopped at Starbucks, and there were people in the parking lot that were parked, and they actually were social distancing with the cars.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you know, because you have the car. You're in the car with the windows up, but they're still social distancing with the cars.
Yeah,
with the cars. With the.
And you know what I noticed too is no one's tailgating you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And when you're at a traffic light, you know how the cars are all lined up bumper to bumper.
Yeah.
You can get like one or two cars in between them at the traffic light.
That's funny.
It's crazy.
People just panic and lose them. Lose any sense that they have.
Yeah.
And they just,
Exactly, Gracie. Exactly.
and,
I blame the media. I blame the media. A lot of them are putting a lot of fear out there.
They are, yeah. They're good at that. What do they call it? Fear mongering or something?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's the press for you.
I mean, especially CNN, they're good for that. And then they play the scary music when they go for commercial break, and I'm like, what's with the Halloween music? Really? Come on.
Yeah. They're not very creative, are they?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I consider myself a pretty level-headed individual, but when you start listening to that stuff, I start freaking out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I watch CNN. I find it quite interesting being from England, watching the American news. It's really it's really interesting.
Yeah, and then I end up watching the Sky News.
Oh yeah.
I find that interesting, the Sky News.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean? News about the celestial? No,
Well,
I don't
Sky
know
News.
what Sky News is.
Sky News is like it's a British news network, kind of like CNN, I would think,
Oh, okay.
or maybe
You cannot just
maybe
watch one news source. You have because it's going to be censored. It's going to be lenient towards one way, biased. It's going to be biased somehow. So you need to watch a variety of news sources and also watch stuff on YouTube.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Get the whole picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or actually, you're going to find contradictions and you're going to have to like make up your own mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because in the long run, Diana, nobody knows anything.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Everyone's
no.
guessing. Everyone is guessing.
Yeah. I think it's because it's such a new,
Yeah, it's new territory.
you know, it's going to take, I mean, how long is it going to take before even a vaccine is, considered, let alone actually making one?
Well, my husband said they're really hurrying up on that, but he thinks they're going to mess up the vaccine.
Really? Mm.
Well, yeah, that's his nice positive thinking.
I was going to say,
It'll be a miracle. And then he said it'll be a miracle if they get the vaccine right.
You know what's funny is, how the heck do you build a hospital in 4 days?
well, this is it. Yeah.
That was incredible.
That's why you bring in hospital naval ships.
Yeah, but they built already 4 hospitals, Diana, in 4 days.
Really?
Yeah.
You built them? They didn't just repurpose buildings, they built them?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Yeah, the new one over there in New York. But where your Governor Cuomo was there doing a feed or whatever, and he was standing right in front of the hospital a couple days ago.
No, I don't live in New York.
No, I know you. I think you said New Jersey, right?
No, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania. Okay. I heard people out in Philadelphia were having an Easter parade.
Oh, I don't know about that. I guess I have to watch the news tonight. Hi, Green Wizard.
Hello, Green Wizard.
Right.
All right. Ian, I think, has a question. Is there such thing as anti-social distancing where you can shout and scream at people from a safe distance?
Yeah. Yeah. Ian, you're a weirdo, dude. Oh man.
I'm glad you said that and not me.
That's Yorkshire humor.
That is Yorkshire.
And I think that's true. I think that it would be anti-social distancing.
Well, if you don't like someone, just sneeze or cough on them. That'll.
No.
Oh, there's been Gracie. There's been
Do that on your worst
arrests for that already.
You can get you'll get arrested. You can get arrested for that.
Yeah, there have been 2 people arrested already.
Really? Oh, I do apologize then. Sorry.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can't cough on people. You'll get arrested.
Okay, I'll try. Well, I'm not going anywhere, so I'll just cough by myself. Yeah.
No worries, Gracie. No worries.
Oh my goodness. I think the world's gone crazy, guys. I think
Yeah,
it's just
absolutely. I mean,
crazy
forget about the virus. Just everything being crazy. It's not a pretty good idea to go outside.
It's just turned upside down.
Yeah. Yeah. Get into my whitewash. And this is Holbein paint, in case anybody was wondering which brand I'm using.
I thought you were using White Knights.
No, I changed my mind.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I'm a woman. I can change my mind.
Okay, yeah.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh, Ian says lock Gracie up. She's a criminal.
Yeah, darn it.
Oh, Ian.
That's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
He says there where he lives, they're making new hospitals too. He says we have Bob the Builder making new hospitals.
Bob the Builder.
Wait, bring out the Legos. All the kids are home from school. They'll build us a hospital.
Yeah, that's right.
They probably do a good job.
And they'll learn a lot. That'll be worth the rest of their school year of all the problem solving they had to do.
Yeah. I'm just scraping in some scrapey scrapes. Oh, right, that's looking good, Gracie. I like this one. Yay. I was so hard on myself.
It's good to be a little hard on yourself, but not too hard.
I'm my own worst critic.
That's looking really good, Gracie.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I really like the Holbein. It's really easy for layers. It's extremely transparent Holbein, and when you spread the paint against the paper, it's like butter. It's smooth butter. It's so easy just to get it to layer. And,
are you working on hot press or cold press?
I'm cold pressed today. Yeah.
And I'm wondering on that right mountain, did you add some green in there?
I did, yeah, and I showed.
That looks good. That looks like the lichen or the moss that grows in rock.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Yeah. And I'm just going to thank Pickerick again for the reference photo. Thank you for the photo. It's a good one.
I heard that I learned from one of my teachers that blending is easier on the cold press.
Yeah, that's true.
You're gonna more likely get the lines on the hot press, and all I have is both two or three watercolor pads that I have. They're all hot press, so I think I'm gonna have to get some cold press. I have painted on cold press in the past, but if blending is easier, I think I will. I do want to try the cold press again. It's been a long time since I tried cold press.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Mr. Jackson, go for it. Sorry, Paul, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Since this is an educational channel as well, for us art lovers that don't understand too much, what is the difference between cold press and hot press?
Can I explain? Well, I'll explain and then you can add to it, right? Because I recently took a class where she explained it. Well, but you might add to it, and I'm sure Ian is going to have like more technical. But the cold.
We know that Ian. Well, yeah, it'll be 3 hours long if Ian talks.
Okay, so the cold press is a rougher surface, and the hot press is hot, and smooth. And the way you can remember it is hot press, like you're pressing down an iron, going to make it smooth. That's how you can remember hot press is smooth. So that's all I have to say.
That's all I have to say.
That was short and sweet, Diana.
Hot press is good for if you really want to do a lot of details, but cold press is better for a lot of blending.
Yeah, or landscapes, because you want that bumpy texture. For instance, if you're painting mountains or if you're painting a seascape, the cold press and it's a tooth to the paper, which means when you put your finger pads on here, you can tell that there's a bit of a bumpy texture to the paper, so that works in your favor as an artist.
Oh, okay.
How was that? Was that short and sweet?
So basically, the difference between a hot press and a cold press is just the texture of the paper.
Yeah.
And what you can do on that texture of paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
The kinds of different things you can do on that.
Can you see
blending colors so that you don't get those harsh lines where all of a sudden the watercolor dries and you get that line? Sometimes you want those lines, but other times if you don't want those lines, they're easier to avoid getting those lines, those harsh lines, if you're trying to do a blend on the cold press.
Yeah.
Okay, what about if you use glycerin? It wouldn't make a difference, or does it?
You don't use glycerin with watercolor. That's only with acrylic.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, I don't know these things.
It's good to have questions.
Oh, I have to read the chat to you guys since you're not reading it. So Kevin says it's so good. You're painting so good, Gracie. He wants to yodel.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
No.
and Ian says, once we are all jabbed up with the antivirus and it does not work, that's when the hold on. That's when the Bumba oh, that's Zumba. He meant Zumba. Well, that's when the Zumba apocalypse will start. People are already doing home dance workouts. It's coming. It's coming, he says. Not zombie, but the Zumba apocalypse.
We're all doomed. We're all going to die. That's it. Keep hoping, Ian.
And Ian does not have anything to say about the difference between the difference between hot press and cold press. He goes, what Diana said, LOL.
That's what Diana said, yeah.
Okay, Green Wizard said, someone give her a marshmallow. He's talking about me. That's the code word. There's the code word, marshmallow, that I'm supposed to start speaking softer.
Paint there. A little bit of paint there.
Really? Is that I must have missed that code word.
Oh, you did. We didn't talk about it right now. So, and he says, I heard her outside when I was walking my dog.
Marshmallow, Diana. Marshmallow.
That's what they said, yes. And he's saying, let's see, Carrie says, I use glycerin with water. Oh, she uses glycerin with watercolor.
Really?
Wow, I never heard of that. Well, of course, maybe have you guys?
Can I just do the salt technique?
Yeah.
I just want to check in. Just get table salt. You don't need as much as this, but this is my permanent little container that I keep my painting salt with. Regular household table salt has to be wet. Okay, so this is for the foliage to get it because on this one you get the this is sort of abstract again, this particular part of the painting. So for the far away foliage, I thought put a bit of salt in there and let it kind of do its thing. So pick up your little salt, and then you don't need a lot, just a little bit, and then you let it sit in the paint for a while. So
until it totally the paint has totally dried, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be overnight.
Oh no, just till it won't take long to dry at all. It'll be pretty quick at drying.
Well, do you ever add little drops of alcohol on your watercolor?
No, I've never done that.
Oh, you can do that. But I was wondering because I tried it. I was trying it in my online class because she was showing it, and it didn't work for me. And I'm like, I guess the timing has to be right when the paper is just the right wetness or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Carolyn to be free says, Gracie, coming along nicely.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. And don't worry if you find that your paint is going down onto the lighter cover. You just this is called lifting up colour. You just blot with your, it's really, really good, that technique. And that's probably one of my favourite.
What you mean, lifting up color?
Yeah, when it bleeds and when it flows and bleeds into the colour where you don't want it, just take your tissue
I was able to save just this past week. I was able to save a portrait where I thought the shadow on one side of the face was way too dark, was just too dark, and I'm like, oh no, the face is messed up. It's too dark on that one side. And then I don't know, like 10 minutes went by, and I thought, well, let me try lifting up the color, and I could. I was able to lift up enough color to save the face.
Oh, good. Yeah. It's a wonderful technique. It's very useful.
Even after it had dried for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Hi, JCT.
Hello, JCT.
Hello, JCT.
And she wants to know when I'm going to do live painting again. It's been a long time that I've been doing live, except on a video. I think I did, JCT, I think about a few weeks ago, I did live painting on a video. I know it's been a long time since I've done live painting on a live stream. That's right.
Yeah.
I know, JCT. I know. I'm sorry.
Maybe we could do one. Maybe we could do a painting stream together. Maybe.
Yeah, like next week.
Yeah, and then we could have maybe Paul and Ian on as well. Make it a full, a full panel.
3 of us painting?
No. Well, I don't know. Ian doesn't have to paint. He can just talk with Paul, you and me, and kind of.
Maybe. We'll see. Oh, okay. Carrie says, Diana, it's because she uses glycerin because I have very cheap cake watercolor, and the glycerin helps with making it more painty and less chalky.
I have heard that. Yeah, you're quite right. Yeah, you're quite right. Yeah, I've heard of that now. Now that you've. Sorry, guys. I get into my own little world when I'm painting. I'm kind of. When you get painting, sometimes I don't know if Ian's like it. But sometimes, because I'm quite a chatty person, and sometimes when I paint, I go quite quiet.
That's okay. Hi, Gusweena.
Hello. But Paul, some might say that Gracie being quiet is a good thing. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And JCT just wants to see me do a painting stream. Okay, sometime I got to do it. I don't know. And then maybe within the next few weeks.
Yeah, you never know.
Within the next few weeks, I might try to do that. And if it's warm enough, maybe next week it might be warm enough I can open the window because I need ventilation for alcohol ink painting because I miss alcohol ink painting. But but on a live stream I can't do it because I have to wear a respirator with no ventilation. But once the weather's warmer, I open a window and then I don't need the respirator.
Yeah, you see, I forget.
It's mid-60s next week, so it might be warm enough for me to open the window.
I always forget that you're an alcoholic ink, aren't you? I've never tried that. No.
Oh yeah, you said you bought some. It's best not to try it. It's just one more thing to.
I know exactly. It's one more thing to buy.
You did buy some.
I know. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person, Paul, for buying art supplies. Tut. There you go.
But I do like the effects I can get with it, which I cannot get with other paint. So, but I don't like the fumes. I do not like the fumes. But with ventilation, it doesn't bother me.
Can you guys see that little hair? That little pesky hairbrush hair?
I don't think so. That's way too well.
There, just there.
I can't see. Maybe somebody else can.
That tiny little blighter. It's a little hairbrush. Brush off my. It's hard to pick them up because they're.
Yeah, you just wait till it dries and brush it off.
Maybe.
Unless it made a line in your painting.
I'm just wondering if I can. It's hard to pick them up because.
I know it is.
There we are. I don't know if the camera can pick that up there. The tiniest little hair. Ridiculous. Ugh. See what us artists have to put up with, Paul. Shedding him there now on brushes. Can you see how easy that paint just literally glides across the page? It's so it's almost like it almost looks shiny actually, doesn't it? That particular colour. I think it's leaf green.
What do you mean? It dried already?
No. Well, it's getting there. It's getting there. It'll be nice when I. Of
course, it's going to look shiny when it's wet. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can't wait till it warms up a little bit and then I can do my painting in my garden.
Oh, that's nice. Can you film there too?
I could do, yeah. Yeah. Yep, I could do. Let me see. I need a bit more foliage down that part next. I'm just wondering if I should speed up the drying process. Is it all right with you two if I put the dryer on just to speed it up a little bit to heat it
Right,
up?
yes, stream.
Absolutely not. No, we can't have that.
StreamYard usually
Just-
quiets down after just a couple minutes. Oh, sorry to hear that. JCT, your mother's not doing well. So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
so prayers for your mother.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Sending,
It's back on.
sending positive, loving energy out your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just quickly blast this and then I can 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Well, bye, Nature Simplicity Beauty. Bye, Simplistic Beauty Photography. Thank you for visiting, Nature.
My trusty hairdryer. And then when you want to check if the painting's dry, all you do is turn the back of your hand and press against the paint, and if it's still wet, then you need to keep drying. So there's a little tip.
Okay, take care, JCT.
Yep, we're dry. We're good to go. It's my 20-year-old hairdryer, that, guys. It's still going.
You make window cards? She makes window cards.
What's that, sorry?
I don't know. JCT says she makes window cards.
Oh,
Carrie says, she says something about, where is it? Something about painting with honey. What?
Painting with?
Sorry about. I have to scroll up. She said something about. She says, which watercolor is made with honey?
Oh,
enamored with.
It's Sennelier.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's any more. I know Sennelier do.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And because it's got honey in it, it kind of acts like it's really thick. It's more of a really thick consistency to the paint because of the honey. Yeah. And I learned that from Mr. Jackson. So thank you, Ian. So Paul, would you ever pick up a pencil and a paintbrush, or do you prefer just to be an art fan?
No, I just prefer to be an art fan. I do not have the patience to paint.
I'm surprised at myself. I'm really not a patient person. And it just goes to show, I've really surprised myself. And with concentrating as well, because some people find it hard to concentrate, don't they, for long periods of time. And to do art, drawing and painting, you need tons of concentration. Am I right there?
Yeah, concentration, and then on top of that, I don't know. I mean, Diana, you're visually impaired, but it's hard to, you need to see detail sometimes. And
I know, and I have to like get real up close to my work with a magnifying glass, like on the table if I'm doing like a painting that it's going to be not in my art journal, but a finished painting, and a good painting. I mean, and I get neck strain, and if I do that all day long, the next day I can't paint because my neck hurts so bad from straining over, being like an inch from my work doing detail.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you must really love to do art then, if you put yourself through that.
Yeah, it's my life. It's like my identity.
So were you an art teacher then?
Yes, for 25,
Oh, okay.
25 years in public school district. Yep.
Oh,
That's cool.
To the elementary school level.
yeah.
Oh, I was right in the middle of sending a message to, okay, making a comment to JCT. I said, that sounds lovely. The cards, that's cards that it's art that cards are art that you can put in the window because they are transparent or translucent. Oh God, she might have left already.
Can you guys see what I'm doing there with my brush? This is just a flat brush, and to get that sort of blurry, far away foliage. This is one of my very first mountainscapes, by the way, Paul.
It's very nice.
I haven't done many, so I've still got tons to learn. But I'm quite good at. It has to be quite basic though, because I'm a beginner with mountainscapes and seascapes, and I tend to go and find reference pictures that are relatively simple to start off with, and then hopefully the more that you
I might have overlooked this, but I said hello to Mystic Unigon. I thought I said hello, and did you guys hear me? Or maybe I neglected that. Did you guys hear me when I said hello, Mystic Unigon?
I don't think
no,
so.
I might not have said it. Sorry, Mystic Unigon.
Sorry.
But,
you know what would be good resource for landscape ideas is the Lake District in England.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's beautiful at that part of the world. It's just I think Ian goes there, don't you, Ian? I think I've heard Ian go there. Because I think Ian takes photographs. Are you a photographer, Paul? Or
well, no, I'm not like a professional photographer, but I'm drawn to sunrises, sunsets, landscape, mountains, lakes, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So when I see something really pretty, I take a picture of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And Goswina wants to know who the other person is, and it's Paul Korostecki. He's an art lover.
Yeah.
Hello, Goswin. I just became part of your family recently.
Oh, that's nice. That's Goswina from the Netherlands.
Cool. Hello, Goswina. Sorry if I missed your name, Mystic. I didn't hear. Sorry about that. But that sort of thing happens when when you're doing a live. It's I find it quite. I don't think I could do this on my own.
Well, at least Mystic speaks up. Thank you I appreciate you speaking up, even though I'm embarrassed and sorry that I didn't catch that. Maybe I didn't say hello, but but at least you speak up and you don't just leave like in a huff and thinking like people are ignoring you. That's not what it was. It's not something to take it personally. So I'm glad that you spoke up. She usually does speak up when things like that happen.
Yeah. Can you guys see that texture from the salt? I don't know if you can.
No, I can't. Can you guys? Can you see the texture from the salt?
Just the kind of it's sort of like a little. It just kind of. It over time it will. You will see the far away blurriness of the. That's the way I paint this, as if you were stood. Say, Paul, you were taking a picture, a photograph, and you're stood there, and it's like that's the way that I kind of picture this one.
Am I the only one that heard her breaking up?
No, she's fine. She wasn't breaking up.
Okay, that was just on my end then. Okay.
I mean, sometimes when two people talk at the same time, you get a little breakage, but yeah.
Oh, Terry says it's very nice, Gracie.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's really nice. I love landscapes.
Me too, yeah. I like landscape. And mountains are fun because of all that different texture that you get, you know. And then you get the foliage and yeah, it's cool.
Oh
Have
yeah,
you-
Mystic, that's what happened. I remember you. I commented. I mean, I wrote the comment because you were saying you were having a problem that YouTube was kept kicking you off, and I wrote in the comment saying hello. And YouTube, I had the same issue. YouTube was kicking me off one day last week. So that's what happened. I wrote it in, and if you're driving, then I guess you wouldn't have seen that.
Yeah. Hello, Mystic. Yeah, I do like that green. That's a
Hello,
really pretty green.
Bruce at Vermont Painting Photos.
Oh, hello. No, then. Where is my?
It's okay if you're late, Bruce. No problem.
Hello. I'm just going to scrape in some trees, because on this one, you can just about make out where the trees are. I just thought it would, you know, give a bit of contrast against the, you know, the foliage there. So I thought the thin, and they are actually small trees. I don't actually know what kind of tree that is in the picture.
Yeah.
I'm sure Paul would know, because he's a photographer. They're kind of, it's just like a brown trunk with some very sort of spindly twigs coming off this, but I don't know what kind of tree they are.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It could be almost anything when they're small like that.
Yeah. Oh, Mystic says that is beautiful, Gracie.
Oh, thank you, Mystic. No, this isn't for everybody, because some people don't like scraping the paper because it does kind of damage the paper to a certain degree, and that's absolutely fine if you don't like. You know, you can use the end of your brush. So I'll show you with this, and then I'll show you with that, and then you guys. So let's see. So I'm going to put some little twigs here. I'll make a lousy botanist. Oh dear. I don't know what.
Hi, grayscale painting.
Hello, Anthony. I think you guys can see those marks just about.
And the mystery voice is Paul Korostecki, an art lover.
Yeah. There you go. And it just gives it a bit of contrast between the, you know, between the.
Well, actually, the name of his channel is Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul.
That's it. Yeah.
He's vision impaired also.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
technically legally blind now. Yeah.
So am I. I'm technically legally blind, but legal blindness does not mean total blindness. It can be everything from partial blindness all the way to total blindness.
Yep. There's like, a matter of fact, the 90% of the people that are blind have some type of vision.
Yeah. Wow.
There's only about 10% that are totally blind. Yep.
Really? I did not know that.
Most people don't know that. Most people think that legal blindness means you're totally blind. So that's why I'm always have to be educational and inform people.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stereotypes out there. You know, why aren't you wearing dark sunglasses?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Why don't you have a cane, or why don't you use a cane sometimes? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and legal blindness starts at 2200 vision, and all the way it starts there, and that's a pretty functional vision. When you have 2200 vision, I mean I have lower than 2200 vision, but I don't need a cane, I don't need a dog, and I don't know, but I do need magnification aids for my artwork.
Yeah.
What's your visual field like, Diana, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know. The visual field. No, the thing is, cone dystrophy, which is extremely rare retinal disease, which is hereditary. Both my parents had to have recessive genes to give this to me. Extremely rare. And it knocks out your cones, most of your cones, and so that it impacts your central vision. So I have normal peripheral vision. It's the central vision.
Okay. Okay.
And the central vision is your most acute vision.
Yeah, that's almost like Stargardt's or stuff like that, or a lot of the elderly get the macular degeneration. Yeah.
I guess I don't know if it's similar to that, but
Yeah, it's like a little blind spot in the middle, but it's not technically a black spot. It's more like transparent.
yeah, it's not a black spot. It's not like I have a black hole in my central vision. No, it's not like that.
Yeah, it's more like a transparent.
It's just fuzzy. It's just like fuzzy and blurry, like in my central vision.
Yeah, like you're looking through saran paper, saran wrap.
That, or like you're underwater.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm total opposite of that. I have central, but no peripheral.
Okay.
And my acuity is a little bit better than yours. It's 2200, but my visual field is less than 10 degrees. So a normal eye sees 180. I only see 10.
Oh, but you're right at 2200 vision.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm down further than that, right?
Yeah, I mean, and then I'm totally blind in the left eye. I've been like that ever since I was basically born. But the right eye, I had some damage to it, but my acuity, with glasses, was 20/30. So I could function. I could drive.
Yeah.
That kind of, I could drive. I had about 115 degrees instead of 180. 115, you could still drive.
Yeah.
But then I have glaucoma. I've had it ever since at birth. So I struggled through it through my life. And when I hit 52, I ended up having problems with the eye pressure. So I went in for some routine surgery for glaucoma, and my eye collapsed and hemorrhaged. And I completely lost my sight, and I thought I would never ever see the light of day again.
Yeah.
And after about 8 weeks, a couple surgeries later, they were able to get some of the vision back, but it's only 10. I have permanent damage to the optic nerve because of that. So I can only see 10 degrees, roughly, a little bit less. I'm totally grateful for it because I can at least see sunrises and sunsets, and that's all I care about.
Oh. I had normal vision my whole life until my 40s.
Oh.
I have the more rare kind, the more rare kind of my disease. Most people get my disease, cone dystrophy, which is a retinal disease, in childhood. But I got the more rare kind. Fortunately, I had normal vision my whole life until my 40s. I didn't even hardly have to wear glasses. I didn't wear glasses all the way up until sometimes in my 30s. I wear glasses when I was driving.
Okay. Did you say that your daughter does art? Did I hear that correctly?
No, it's his girlfriend, right?
Oh, girlfriend. Oh.
Yeah, she wouldn't be my daughter. She's a little older than me. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Yeah, no, she's my significant other. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Sorry, Paul. I get in my zone when I'm painting.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But no, to change the subject, probably. Yes, Lisa's an artist, and she's very, very good at it. She does acrylics, and she hasn't done oils, but she does acrylics and enamel.
Oh, enamel. Oh.
So she's hasn't really worked with canvas, but she's done paper, and then also she can paint anything, a car. She could detail a car, make it look like a cat, anything,
Yeah. Oh, let me
Uh,
catch you out. Let me catch you guys up in the chat. Okay.
She's done a couple special things for me. She did a eagle pointillism for me for Christmas one time, and I've got the baddest ass mailbox in the neighborhood. She painted the mailbox with an American flag, and it looks like it's actually waving in the air. And then there's a profile of an eagle.
Oh, that's the picture you sent me. I didn't look at it closely. Wait, let me catch you guys up with the chat. So, Bruce, who's Vermont Paint and Photo, he wants to know, how's your harem, Paul?
Oh, my harem's really good.
How's Paul? I hope they are well. Okay, Ian says he's doing a painting on Friday of one of Bruce's photographs because, as you know, it's Vermont Paint and Photo, and then he also says, Ian, I'm not getting notice. Never mind. Oh, and then Goswina says, Paul, maybe you got some nice pictures that she can paint an acrylic painting of one of your photos.
I could do that. She would have to. I would have to. Can I? Is there a way for me to contact her through YouTube?
Yeah, well, through me. You can contact her through me.
Okay.
And then I can give you. I guess I give you her contact information.
Well, either that or she might have it on her about page on the email, and I can email her.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I have tons of photos.
Oh, yes. Ian said he is.
So yeah, if she would like to do one for a project,
yeah,
that would be cool.
Ian says he's totally blind in one eye, so that makes him an art cyclops.
Yeah.
Okay, Carrie says, Carrie Bridges
Yeah.
says she has 2200 vision without her glasses. Yeah, there are people that have 2200 vision where it is correctable. But my vision is well, not correctable for distance. I use magnification aids for close up. Oh yeah, well for distance, if I'm traveling in distance, then I have a monocular lens. And okay, let me pick Vermont. Hello. Okay, hi Carolyn. And let me
just trying to make that a bit more.
Daddy. Oh God.
How do we like the mountains, guys?
That's nice, Paul. Hold on. I have a acrylic.
It's looking good, Gracie.
Okay, Carolyn says my uncle is a professional dart player and he has one eye. The other is a glass eye, and he's a professional dart player.
Yes, that's impressive because you have to have real good depth perception to be a good dart player. Only having one eye, you have no depth perception.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, that's pretty much how I functioned all my life because I only had vision out of one eye. So I didn't have depth perception all my life, and you adjust. You get used to it.
Oh no, Carrie says, really, Carolyn? He lost an eye to darts?
No. That's one vicious game, huh?
Oh my goodness.
So, who was the one that asked about the marshmallow? Who was that? Green Wizard?
Yeah,
that's a good word from me. They came up with it. I don't know where it came out, where it started. It started in, I don't know when it started, like in the fall, where I would start raising my voice. Like if I get excited sometimes, or if I'm agitated about something, I raise my voice. And so then they say, they came up with this code, say marshmallow. That means like lower your voice, and so if you say marshmallow, that means I have to lower my voice.
Well, if I don't know if Green Wizard is still in the chat, but I have a question for him. So
Yeah, he
if
is.
if marshmallow means soften your voice,
Yeah.
does s'more mean to shut up?
That's funny.
What that means? What do you mean s'more?
Oh, come on, Diana.
Get me the program.
S'mores.
Yeah, you know, like the s'mores, like graham cracker with chocolate, marshmallow.
Yeah, marshmallow, s'mores.
So what? So now, what did you say again?
Okay, if marshmallow is for softening your voice,
Yeah.
does the code word s'more mean shut up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's funny. I get it.
Oh,
Paul.
Diana, you ruined the joke.
Yeah, you just killed that
Sorry.
joke, Diana. Oh, I thought it was funny, Paul. I got it.
Yep, that's a Yorkshire humor.
Yeah, exactly.
He says I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at not raising.
Getting better at it.
it.
Yeah, get with the program, Diana. Honestly.
Oh my goodness. Carrie says, I thought you had a hearing issue, Diana.
Oh my God.
No, only vision issue, not hearing.
Yeah. What did you say? Pardon? What did you say? See, she didn't get that one either. Me going, pardon? What did you say? I didn't hear that, Diana.
What? You didn't hear what?
Oh, never mind. As my good friend Bobby Magnett said, I'm going to shut up. That's what he said.
I was just making a joke.
I'm going to shut up.
Yes, Green Wizard's still here. He says, no, to shut her up, we tell her, go get another gallon refill. They joke that I drink vodka by the gallon.
Oh, okay.
No, I drink it by the glass, but for my ice scoop, they say sounds like an ice shovel, and it sounds like, so if they ever hear me using my ice scooper for my freezer, they say that sounds like a shovel. I think she's making a bucket of a vodka drink.
We need the humor.
I like my vodka too, Diana.
Yeah. I like my Jack Daniels, but there you go.
Well, I only like flavored vodka, but basically I've only had berry flavored vodka. And I don't drink it straight. Well, I bring berry flavored vodka with some lemon juice and then berry flavored seltzer water.
That sounds good.
There's different ways I make it, but that's more low calorie that way.
What do you call it?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I call it happy hour.
Happy hour. Vodka hour.
I call it a vodka cocktail.
Oh.
Well, you got to come up with a clever name.
Oh, okay. I know. I got to think of something.
The Diana Daiquiri or something.
Yeah.
How about the lemon berry bomb?
There you go.
There you go.
No.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? I think lately, now that we're all locked down, I think we're getting a lot of people becoming alcoholics.
Yeah. It was
might be.
And I also said that there's going to be tons of babies being born too. There's going to be baby boom. You know, I mean, if you're in quarantine and you're inside 24/7, what are people going to do?
Yeah, there's going to be a baby boom. What do they call it? Coronavirus? The COVID-19 baby boom?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's going to be a huge amount of babies being born. I can tell you that.
Oh, I think Carolyn came up with a name for a drink. Very, very good. Yeah.
Very, very good. Only on YouTube, guys. Only on YouTube. I'm just about finished here, guys. I think I'm. I might be over if I carry on with it. That's the trouble. That's the hardest thing for a painter, is to know when to call it quits with a painting. Because if you keep going and going and going, sometimes you can actually mess it up. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Yep, it does. And Ian talks about that all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Overworking it. Yeah.
So, and Ian says we are trying to get a crate of John Smith's over to Paul. What is that? A name of a vodka?
No, it's a bitter ale. It's beer.
Oh, bye, Bruce.
Bye, Bruce.
I'll tell you what. I could use some Tetleys. I can't find it.
Sorry, Bruce is not leaving. Sorry, Bruce is not leaving. It's Carolyn.
Oh, bye, Carolyn. So, Paul, what did you say you wanted? Tetleys?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's Carrie.
Hello, Carrie.
I don't know who's leaving. What's going on? Diana, I gave a thumbs up.
Who's leaving? What's going on?
The live stream. Thank you, Carrie, for giving thumbs up to the live stream.
Thank you, Carrie. Nice to see you.
Bye, Vermont. Somebody else is saying, wait, who's leaving? Carrie or Bruce? I don't know. I'm pretty sure Carrie's leaving, and I don't know if Bruce is leaving too.
The long goodbye.
Oh, he says he's still here. Thank you for telling me.
Ah.
Oh, and Carolyn is not leaving. It's only Carrie.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Welcome to the organized chaos of YouTube, everybody. There we go.
You're trying not to add too much, you said?
I think I'm done there. I'm really happy with it. I'm much happier with this one.
Yes. I think I like this one better than the other two you showed me.
Yeah, I think I get better the more that I do, and the more that the more that you challenge yourself too. Because I think that's really. I like this. What do you guys think?
All right, what do you guys think? Well, okay. Wow.
Smashing.
Screen wizard.
Oh, thank you, Paul.
What? Recognition was hidden by Green Wizard. Okay. We cannot find it all.
I think.
On tap.
I think us artists. I think we're all our own worst critics. I'm really hard on myself with my paintings, and it's silly because I shouldn't be. But I'm actually happy with this one. Yeah.
It's good to be a little hard on yourself. You need to be a little bit critical. That's all.
Yeah. I tend to be too critical though. That's why I need to give myself a break, you know.
Well, Ian says momentous.
Oh, thank you.
And I say, yes, I like it. It's lovely, and I like it better than your other two practice paintings.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think this is one of your better paintings. It might be the best one yet.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I think.
But I'm kind of biased because I love landscapes. So.
Well, yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. It's nice to actually like a painting.
Okay, Vermont Paint Photo says, very nice, Gracie.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, don't forget to give the thumbs up before you guys leave.
Oh, yeah, thumbs up, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ian, just think about how hard he is on his art.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
I've
know.
got masking tape everywhere here. Sorry, guys, I've got masking tape stuck there. Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm happy with this one. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Paul.
Yeah.
No problem. Just a quick note, if I may.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch base a little bit more on StreamYard because there's a blind community. I don't know if you know Blind to Billionaire. His name is
Yes,
Matt.
I know him, right.
Yeah, he's in Minnesota. So they've been doing some live streams, but when he gets, he's doing stuff over the phone where somebody will call in and he'll just have him on speaker. Where on StreamYard, you guys can have it on panel, and it's really nice for us
Yeah.
to discuss about blindness and what we're struggling. It's like a support group. So I was just curious a little bit more about StreamYard. If you could talk a little bit about it. Like you said, it's very friendly.
Yeah,
And
user friendly. I was able to figure it out on my maybe not with screen sharing. I needed help with screen sharing if you ever want to screen share, but just bring up people on panel. I was able to figure it out. But if you can't, then I can answer questions.
yeah, so like so when you put people up on the screen and you see everyone on the screen like the Brady Bunch,
Yeah.
That did you do that through StreamYard or
Yes,
YouTube?
here it is. It's all through StreamYard. So here they show me different icons of configurations. I can do it right now. So right now she's on the big picture, but here we can change it. Look, see, we're like this way. Or I
Yeah.
can change it. It's just little buttons you push. Or it could be like that. It's just easy, it's user friendly. Or it could be like that.
Oh, cool.
Or hold on.
I like the color
Like
choice.
that. Okay. Or she can be on the big screen.
Oh.
So those are the different configurations, and the most that you can have up on a panel is 6 total.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice because that way 6 people can talk at once. Well, you know what I mean, taking turns instead of having individual calls.
But is it always going to be on? It's going to be on Blind Billionaire's channel.
Well, I mentioned that to him because they did a marathon on a Sunday, almost 2 weeks ago on a Sunday, and they did it for 12 hours.
Oh, wow.
A marathon live stream.
Yes, yeah.
I've done marathon live streams before, yeah.
And then they were just doing some, cute things around the house and including everyone on the chat. But eventually, a good 6 hours of it was just people that are visually impaired calling in, just talking about their struggles and, any advice and so on. So
yeah,
that spawned me to say, you guys should do StreamYard because it will be, you'll have everyone on panel instead of doing it individually. So
that sounds a good idea.
So he's thinking about doing it. They're researching it, but me, I'm getting antsy, so I'm like, well, heck, maybe I should do it.
Yeah.
So I was curious what kind of advice you could give, Diana. That's all.
It's very simple. It's like, okay, you can get on the free plan. That'll give you 20 live streaming hours a month, and 20 free on the free plan it's 20 live streaming hours a month, and you just sign up for it. It's kind of it's very user friendly, and then why don't you just today sign up for it and try to figure it out. And if you have questions, you could ask me.
Okay, and then you just switch back from StreamYard to YouTube and back and forth, or is that only when you're screen sharing?
No, you can. No, so right now I'm working on a laptop. Right now I see you guys right here on panel. Then there's a room under here. They call it the waiting room.
Yeah.
So you should never put the link in the chat, because if a troll got it, they can't jump. The good thing about StreamYard is they can't jump up right on the panel. They would jump into your waiting room, and it's up to you to bring. If you see somebody down there that shouldn't be down there, then you just never bring them up on panel. You'll never see them. Just don't bring them up. If that's why you should never put the chat in you shouldn't put the link in the chat. But if that's the way you wanted to go, then you then you have to see their faces before you bring them up, and that way you screen them by seeing their face before you pop them up here.
Okay.
And then let's see, and then so now there's a chat going on right here on StreamYard on my right side, but because of my vision, that's craning my neck looking like this the whole time. So instead that's StreamYard chat, which is it's the same thing as YouTube, except that I can do you need to be able to see it on YouTube, be able to see it on YouTube on your channel to be able to control more things. Like
Okay.
if I wanted to make somebody a moderator, I can only do it here. If I wanted to time somebody out, I can only do it on here. If I wanted to comment, no, I can do if I want to share out my stream, I can only do it here. And you can schedule it ahead of time, or you just go live right on the spot. And scheduling is just kind of like a self-explanatory. But if you had questions, you go into StreamYard and it tells you how to fill out it wants a title, it wants a description, and then it gives you the option: do you want to schedule it, or do you want to go live now? I mean, today or whatever. And so, and it gives you the option for scheduling and when you want to schedule it for.
Okay.
And so I read it on my iPad because that way it's more comfortable for more than one reason. For more than one reason, you want to be able to you want to follow it on another device.
Okay. Okay. So like if we downloaded StreamYard, can you do it on a mobile phone, or does it have to be a laptop?
Oh, to be the host, you
Yeah.
have to do it from a laptop or a desktop to be the host. Okay. But if
Okay.
you want to bring somebody, but to be on the panel as a guest, you can do it by your phone. You can do it by you can do it by your phone. You can do it mobilely by your phone, by your iPad, or by a laptop. You can do it both as the guest.
Okay. Okay.
But
Yeah,
to be
that's what I was trying to tell them. So they're looking into it. So yeah. So Lisa could do it on her laptop, and then I could also follow the chat on my phone.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
If you do it, let me know. Like, if you have questions, let me know.
Okay.
And if you end up hosting one of those streams, I like to be on it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'll let you know. More than likely, I'm trying to get Blind a Millionaire to do it. Otherwise, I'll need help from Lisa.
Because he has a huge following, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, he's a lot bigger channel than mine is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a big blind community. I'm surprised. It's nice to see.
Well, yeah, I a NASCAR man, or Derek Camille, you know him?
Yep.
Oh yeah, so he's the first person that told me about it. And then I saw more recently that Blind Billionaire put out an announcement that he wanted 30-second videos for all the blind YouTube channels to so that he could make a big video of all the different channels. And I was going to do it, but then I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I have. You're not associated with your blind association in your county?
Yeah, there's some small support groups, and there's only one support group in Boone County. That's the county I live in. It's a small county. It's only got like 50,000 people in the county. They have a support group there. The meeting is only an hour long, so it's not what can you do in an hour. And then there's the county next to me, Winnebago. They have tons of stuff there. So Fun Friday, you get together and they have a speaker and you have lunch together and you network. that kind of thing. So, but right now with the coronavirus, everything's shut down. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
yeah,
if
but
you
as
have
far
something
as,
online.
yeah, but as far, the counties, there's some stuff out there, but it's just remarkable about YouTube. I mean, what you can do on YouTube, and
Yeah.
and the
I agree.
community on YouTube is better than what the county can offer.
Yeah.
So it's just a bigger network of people because it's everyone around the world. We all we're all different, but yet we're the same. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So, do I have to make a video to be part of that network, or I could just be part of the network?
no, you don't have to make a video. That whole thing, what Matt was doing was he was just trying to promote people's channels.
Yeah, which I would like, but
But you could go, you can go to Matt and watch a video and then look at some of the comments and click on that person's name, and chances are they're visually impaired and they may have a YouTube channel, and then you can look for them that way.
yeah.
So you don't necessarily have, you're part of the club, Diana. You're visually impaired, so there's no, you're already joined. So you can go to, any channel anywhere, that's part of the community. It's just that Matt was doing a live stream and a lot of people were on it. And next thing you know, there's a whole bunch of people talking about empathy, which everyone that's disabled doesn't want sympathy. We want empathy. We want answers. We want to know how to get things done. Anything that we can learn. Empathy is very powerful.
Mhm.
When somebody has empathy for you, that's worth more than gold.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's just not disability, anybody. Just like the art community. I mean, everyone who are artists watching other artists. I mean, that's empathy there too. I mean, if you want to look at it.
Yeah.
Hi, Clean Milk TV from Thailand. Oh, but there's not a listing of, or I should go back to that video where the older video that he made of 40, it was the 40 spotlights of 40 different channels. And then that way I'd see what channels I might be interested in and just go to the channel.
Yes. And he did that on his own just to help the community. So that's one source. The other is just eventually when you watch some of these videos, there are suggested videos from YouTube, and you might find somebody new that way.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
All right. John. Oh, I know that guy. Oh, Ian says, Paul, have you looked at that artist John Bramblett, the artist that is he's like totally blind and he figures out the colors with his hands.
Oh wow. No, I have not.
By making the paint different consistencies. So then then you should see the paintings that he makes. Like they're a little bit, they're stylized, but they're like he gets the likenesses of people. It's like unbelievable. It's like, how do you paint that?
Yeah, it's amazing what the blind community can do. It's very encouraging, very inspiring to people that say, you know what, we can, you can still do things,
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Gatswina has a question. Paul, does your girlfriend have a YouTube channel? YouTube art channel?
No, she doesn't have a YouTube art channel. She just created excuse me. She just created a YouTube channel, with her name Lisa B. And that's just so that she could watch other art videos. She doesn't have an art channel per se. I don't know if she'll ever do that, because a lot of times on some of my videos, I haven't done any videos in a while, but on my videos, she does not like it when I put her in there. I get into trouble.
Oh, okay.
So chances are her making her own channel, I don't know. I would venture to guess that if I pushed her enough, she would probably eventually create one, and she wouldn't be on, in the camera. She would just show her hands and the art, and that's
just do the painting. Yeah, I can understand that.
So I'm very encouraging. I support her 100%. I just encourage her, to keep going. Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes an artist, you just get burned out and you're like, leave me alone,
Yeah.
Yeah, you artists are moody.
Yeah. I can definitely vouch for that.
when she's doing a painting or some kind of project, I can't get near her. She does not like it for me to watch or comment or anything.
Oh.
She never asked for your opinion on anything?
No, she's like, leave me alone.
I ask my husband's opinion once I come to a certain I really can't decide one way or the other, or I'm at the end of something, or I just can't decide, or if I'm not sure. I always ask his input. Oh my goodness.
No, she
helps a lot. Just like telling me simply yes or no. Does this look like what I'm trying to say? Can you tell that that's that? And just yes or no, and just simple things. Just so that's so helpful.
Yeah. No, and then what's funny is when she's painting and I look at her face, she looks so angry. But that's just that's her concentration look, I go, man, you look really pissed off. I'm like, what is the matter? And she's like, go away.
Go away. And Ian says, I am not at all moody.
No, liar, pants on fire.
Not at all moody, but he is
liar, pants on fire. That's right, Gracie.
Yeah. I'm not sure. He may not be moody, but he is some other things.
I'm not saying a word.
That's the smart thing. That's the smart thing, Gracie.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. No.
Now he's going to say, what? What is it? What?
No, I'm not saying anything. Gracie learned the hard way, didn't you, Gracie? Yes, just be quiet, Gracie.
Yeah. If you have the urge to say something, just scream it in a pillow.
Yeah, exactly. I just learned the hard way, Paul. So now I just know, Gracie, keep quiet. That's best for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I did read about it. I don't know what you want me to read. I saw you said that yes, women are all. Yes, they are all, Paul. Is that what you want me to say, Ian? I don't know what else you want me to say.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, guys. So Diana, I'm relying on Diana. If you have any questions or comments about me and my attitude, feel free.
Yeah.
I don't get easily offended. I'm a pretty easygoing guy.
Yeah.
That's good.
You have to be on YouTube. You can't let people upset you on YouTube because
no.
They will try.
Well, that's the same thing in life too,
Yeah, that's the same thing in life.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and that's it. That's what it is. It's an opinion.
Yeah.
And you don't have to take it personal.
No.
Right. Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree.
Which is what Diane and Ian do every Friday afternoon, isn't it, Diane?
Yeah.
Agree to disagree on something.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Oh my God, like his little biscuit rant. That was hilarious. Ian just kept going on and on about biscuits.
Ian says he thinks of his rainbow unicorn flying whenever he gets stressed out.
Oh, okay.
What are you smoking, Ian?
Yeah, because I don't want any.
I want what Ian's got if he's seeing that.
Oh dear.
Well, maybe we came to a stopping point.
Stopping point. Oh, is there such a thing as a stopping point on YouTube? Really?
Yeah.
Goes on forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
People left in the room. Hello to 5 people. Shout out to the 5 people still with us in the chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, and yeah, Paul, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
And I'm covered in paint. I have green on my hands. There's a surprise. Look at my sponge. Look at that. That's really, really. That's a true artist sponge there. Oh wow.
Oh wait.
That's one of the pointillisms that Lisa did for me.
Oh wow.
Oh, well, let me put you on the big screen.
That's beautiful. Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh, that's pointillism. That takes a lot of patience.
Yeah, she took her 2 weeks.
Wow.
That was my Christmas present 4 years ago.
Oh,
that's nice. Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah, she loves. She knows I love eagles. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, cute. What kind of dog is that, Paul?
Where are we now? Hold on.
Pardon?
What kind of dog? What breed of dog is your dog?
Yeah, you saw my dog. Where'd he go? He's around somewhere. Anyways, yeah, he's Shih Tzu.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Shih Tzu. They're cute.
Yeah, and if you want to, on my channel, I made a video of him.
Oh, cool.
Explaining how special he is.
Oh,
hello, Grayscale Painting. He said to Paul, wonderful work, and Goswina said that's beautiful. She goes, she loves journalism.
I'd take you outside to the front of the mailbox, but I don't think we have enough time for that. But
okay.
But yeah, Bachi is like me. He's blind, and he struggled with glaucoma. Yeah, and he ended up having it so bad his eyes had to be removed. So he has no eyes right now.
He's a beautiful
dog.
Pardon?
You're talking about your dog?
Yes. Yeah.
He's a beautiful dog. Oh.
And what's amazing is I rescued him from Louisiana. He was a rescue dog. He got shipped over here to Illinois, and this was before that surgery that made me blind. I adopted him, and he had problems with his eyes, and he was going blind, and we went blind together. So yeah, and he inspires me every day. He gets around the house like no problem. He'll go all the way out to my backyard. I don't know if you can. I got a pretty big backyard. Maybe if I flip the phone.
Wow, and he just gets around really easy.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Oh, it's pretty big. You know, it's like 300 feet out that way. And he'll go all the way to that shed and come back and scratch the door and want to come in. He's amazing how he gets around. He inspires me every day.
Wow.
He's a beautiful dog.
He's a bit shaggy. He needs to get cut.
needs a fur cut. Yeah.
Well, with those type of dogs, you know, you want the fur to grow long in the winter, you know.
Yeah.
So he's due now for a shaving or a real short trim.
Off-color joke. He says, "Is bocce a game that blind people play, Paul?"
Yeah. His name is Bocce because a friend of mine that I adopted this dog from, she volunteers for this organization called Fur Keeps. And they're an adoption agency that take these rescue animals and find, so she volunteered and she's like, this dog's going to be a perfect fit. I know it. So I adopted him, and then sure enough, a couple years later, he goes blind, I go blind, and together we're blind,
Yeah. So your dog, he kind of found you, really.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I believe there's some spiritual connection with it. It has to be.
Yeah, me too.
It's not coincidence. It's not coincidence like that happened.
No, I agree. I think like that too.
Yeah.
There's a reason. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
So his name is Bocce. The girl that was helped me adopt it. She's Italian. So Bocce,
an Italian word.
Bocce loves to give kisses. That's all he wants to do is lick, 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 lick. He'll lick your face for a half hour, if you let him. So he gives a lot of kisses. So in Italian, kiss means Bocce.
Okay.
I was going to ask you that name.
And his previous name from his foster was Charlie, which her and I agreed that we didn't like that name.
No.
So we needed to have create a name that sounds similar. Charlie, Bocce, as long as he hears that E at the end. Yeah. But he's at the point now, he's 14 years old and he's going deaf too. So the poor dog is blind and deaf.
14. Yeah, that's quite old, isn't it? Is that quite old for a dog?
Yes.
I think it is.
Yeah. I adopted him when he was 4.
Oh, wow. That's a long time.
Yeah. And for a dog from Louisiana, he loves the snow. Oh, my God. I'm like, you wouldn't think this is a Cajun dog.
My brother's dog, whenever we have snow and we have Harley, and she's a cockapoo, she's a cross between a poodle and a cocker spaniel, and if she sees the snow, she goes nuts. She just goes bananas, and she keeps eating it, and you can't stop her eating it. I'm like, why do they eat snow, dogs? She just goes absolute bananas over snow, and I'm just like, okay. It's like you can't get her back home, she'll just want to stay in the snow, and it's like, oh no. They're kind of like children, aren't they? In a way. Some,
yes.
dogs
yeah,
can be
that's hard. My kitties are like babies.
Yeah.
They're my fur babies.
Yeah, and my guinea pigs. Yes, small animals too.
Oh, Lisa and I, especially Lisa, we're animal slobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love them to death. Did we lose somebody?
Yeah, Gracie left.
Gracie left. I got her mad.
I think it might be an accident.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
One thing you're going to learn about me, Diana, is I'm a very sarcastic person. I believe that on these dating sites, with these questions, and they say, you know, are you a sarcastic person or do you accept sarcasm?
Oh, oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
we're having technical issues now.
Whoa, yeah, I disappeared and you disappeared, but then you came back.
Yeah. And
It's
then
the
Gracie disappeared and didn't come back.
It's the Zumba apocalypse.
Whoops, you go. Yeah, she's probably not going to come back because she's finished her painting and everything.
Okay, yeah, well, okay, no problem. Is there anybody in the chat before I go that wants to say or have any questions?
Let's see. No, Ian says she will have to get knocked off.
Aha.
I don't even get that.
Let's see if I plug in my battery here.
No, the chat's very quiet.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us. I hope you can join us again.
Yeah, sure, no problem, Diana. And if I end up ever doing that StreamYard and have something, I will definitely let you know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, please join us again.
Okay, Diana, thanks for having me.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye, Diana.
Bye, chat. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.